There's something about the darkness, the unknown, the stories that send shivers down your spine. Welcome to the Friday Night Campfire Stories, where the nightmares come to life. Here, we deep dive into the terrifying, the mysterious, and the unexplained. So if you crave any of that, you've come to the right place. Subscribe if you dare. Deep in the heart of Adams, Tennessee, nestled amongst the rolling hills and winding country roads, lies a cave shrouded in darkness. Not just from the absence of light, but from a legend that has haunted this land for over 2 centuries. This is the Bell Witch Cave, an unassuming cavern that has become synonymous with one of America's most terrifying supernatural legends. Today, we step inside the darkness, exploring the cave itself and the history that has turned into one of the most infamous haunted locations in the world. Welcome to Echoes of the Past. The Bell Witch Cave is a limestone cavern stretching approximately 500 feet into the earth. Its walls damp with moisture, carrying the weight of history, centuries of whispered rumors, ghostly encounters, and unexplained occurrences. While the cave was not the original site of the Bell Witch hauntings, it has become linked to the legend. It is believed that whatever force tormented the Bell family may still reside within these walls. Visitors brave enough to enter report unsettling atmospheres, as if unseen eyes are constantly upon them. The air is thick, damp, and unnaturally cold, even in the heights of summer. Shadows seem to move on their own, and disembodied whispers echo through the chambers, defying explanation. Some say that they feel an invisible force tugging at their clothes, warning them to not venture too deep. The Bell Witch Cave has had a number of features that only add to its ominous reputation. There's a narrow passage known as Dead Man's Crawl, so tight that visitors must squeeze their way through with only inches to spare. Some believe that the spirits use this space to test the courage or foolishness of those who dare to enter. Then there's the Witch's Well, a deep, dark pool of water where many have claimed to hear faint voices rippling from beneath the surface. Some have even reported seeing ghostly apparitions reflected in the water, only to turn around and find nothing behind them. Before we can understand the Bell Witch Cave, we must first look into the land in which it sits on. Long before John Bell and his family arrived in Robertson County, Native American tribes inhabited the region. Some believe the cave once served as a sacred site, possibly a burial ground or a place of ritual significance. Disturbing such land could have awoken something ancient, something that refuses to rest. In 1804, John Bell and his family moved to the area, purchasing a large plot of farmland. At first, life was peaceful. The land was fertile, the crops were plentiful. But just over a decade later, an unseen force would begin tormenting the Bell family, whispering threats, moving objects, and physically attacking them. Was this force tied to the land itself? Was the cave its resting place? Or was it something far more sinister? There is one story in particular that ties itself to the Bell Witch Cave, to the legend itself. It is said that Betsy Bell, the daughter at the center of the hauntings, once explored the cave with a group of friends. While inside, one of the boys got stuck in the narrow tunnel. Panic set in, and his friends struggled to pull him free. But just as it seemed hopeless, an unseen force grabbed the boy and yanked him from the hole. A chilling voice then echoed through the cave, "You should be more careful." In the early 19th century, the tranquil farmlands of Adams, Tennessee became the backdrop for a series of events so terrifying they would be whispered about for generations. At the heart of the tale lies an entity known as the Bell Witch, a spirit whose haunting of the Bell family had become one of America's most infamous legends. Let's delve into the origins, manifestations, and the mysteries surrounding the spectral figure. It started with unsettling sightings. John Bell reportedly encountered a bizarre creature in his cornfield, described as having a body of a dog and the head of a rabbit. Despite shooting at it, the creature vanished. The incident marked the beginning of a series of unexplained events. The Bell family soon found themselves besieged by nocturnal disturbances, mysterious knocking on the doors and walls, bed covers being yanked off, and an invisible force assaulting family members. The youngest daughter, Betsy Bell, bore the brunt of these attacks, suffering slaps, pinches, and even hair pulling by an unseen assailant. As the disturbances escalated, the entity began to communicate, initially through faint whispers, and eventually in clear, discernible voices. It identified itself as Kate, supposedly the spirit of Kate Batts, a neighbor who believed she had been wronged by John Bell. From then on, the entity was often referred to as Kate or the Bell Witch. The Bell Witch's manifestation were not confined to the Bell household. Neighbors and visitors also reported encounters, with some traveling great distances to witness the phenomena firsthand. The entity displayed knowledge of events occurring miles away, reciting sermons delivered simultaneously in different churches and engaging a rebellious debate, showcasing an impressive familiarity with the Bible. The entity's wrath seemed particularly directed at John Bell Sr., who is referred to as Old Jack. Over time, Bell's health deteriorated. He experienced episodes of facial twitching and difficulty swallowing. In 1820, he was found lifeless in his bed. A mysterious vial containing a dark liquid was discovered nearby. When a drop was given to the family cat, the animal perished instantly. The entity gleefully claimed responsibility for Bell's demise, and during his funeral, attendees could hear the witch laughing and singing bawdy songs. The Bell Witch was also fixated on Betsy Bell's romantic life. She would oppose her engagement to a local man named Joshua Gardner. The relentless torment led Betsy to break off the engagement in 1821, a decision that seemed to appease the entity. The legend of the Bell Witch even enticed future President Andrew Jackson, who owned the land nearby. Intrigued by the account, Jackson visited the Bell farm with a contingent of men. As they approached, the wagon reportedly became immobilized by an unseen force. After some tense moments and the encounters with the entity, Jackson and his men departed, vowing never to return. Following John Bell's death and Betsy's broken engagement, the Bell Witch declared its intentions to leave but promised to return in 7 years. True to its words, the entity briefly returned in 1828, engaging in conversation with John Bell Jr. before departing again, this time claiming it would return in 107 years. While there are no records of manifestations from later date, the legend endures. Today, the legend of the Bell Witch is an integral part of Tennessee folklore, inspiring books, movies, and annual festivals. The Bell Witch Cave, located on the former Bell property, has become a focal point for paranormal enthusiasts, drawing visitors intrigued by the enduring mystery of the Bell Witch. The Bell Witch is not confined to pages of history. It permeates the very soil of Adams, Tennessee. Beyond the infamous Bell Witch Cave, the entire Bell property has been a hotbed of unexplained phenomena for over 2 centuries. Today, we venture beyond the cave and uncover the chilling experiences reported throughout the haunted landscapes. While the Bell Witch Cave was not the original epicenter of the hauntings, it has become distinctly linked to the legend. Visitors to the cave have reported a plethora of unsettling experiences. Disembodied voices are among the most common reported heard phenomena. Visitors often hear faint whispers or distinct conversations, despite being alone. Some have described hearing their own names called out from the darkness, only to find that no one is there. Apparitions have also been sighted within the cave. Shadows have moved independently, figures glimpse out of the corner of the eyes, and even full-bodied apparitions dressed in period clothing have been reported. Physical interactions are not uncommon. Some visitors have felt unseen hands brushing against them, sudden cold spots, and the sensation of being watched. Equipment malfunctions, such as drain batteries and flickering lights, are frequently reported. Where the original hauntings occurred remain a focal point to paranormal activity. Visitors and the caretakers have reported hearing unexplained footsteps traversing the halls or doors opening and closing on their own, the faint sound of children laughing or crying. Objects within the house are said to move without explanation. Items left in one place are found in another, and furniture has been discovered to be rearranged overnight. Some have reported encountering an apparition of a young girl believed to be Betsy Bell, wandering the halls or appearing in the windows. The cabin, a replica of the original Bell home, and the surrounding lands have their own tales of the unexplained. Witnesses have reported seeing shadowy figures move amongst the trees, hearing unexplained animal sounds, and experiencing sudden feeling of dread. Electronic devices often malfunction in this area as well, with cameras failing to capture images and audio recordings picking up unexplained noises. Some visitors have reported feeling an invisible force pushing them or pulling them, as if guiding them to certain areas. Modern paranormal investigators continue to explore the Bell property, seeking evidence of the supernatural. Equipment often registers unexplained fluctuations, with EMF detectors spiking and thermal cameras capturing anomalies. Audio recordings have captured EVP, electronic voice phenomena, with voices responding to investigators' questions. Despite extensive investigations, no definitive explanations have been found for the persistent phenomena on the Bell property. The Bell Witch legend has haunted American folklore for over 2 centuries, but could there be more to this tale than meets the eye? Beyond the infamous witch, might other restless spirits roam the lands of Adams, Tennessee? Some researchers and locals propose the hauntings attributed to the Bell Witch may have deeper roots, extending back to the Native American presence in the region. Prior to the European settling, the area known now as Adams, Tennessee, was inhabited by indigenous peoples. It is speculated that the Bell family's land may have encompassed sacred sites or burial grounds. Disturbing such sites could have invoked the unrest of Native American spirits, leading to paranormal phenomena experienced by the Bell family. This theory suggests that the entity known as the Bell Witch might actually be a manifestation of aggravated spirits, seeking retribution from the stolen sacred land. Beyond the Bell Witch, visitors to the cave and surrounding property have reported encounters with other spectral entities. Some accounts describe apparitions of unidentified men, women, and children, suggesting that multiple spirits may have inhabited the land. These spirits could have been tied to other historical events or tragedies that occurred on the land. Their stories lost in time, but their presence lingering. The Bell Witch legend has evolved over time. The tale of the Bell Witch has transcended its origins, inspiring numerous adaptations in literature, film, and television. The town of Adams embraces its haunted heritage, with annual festivals, tours of the Bell Witch Cave, and reenactments that draw visitors from around the world. This enduring fascination speaks to the power of storytelling and the human intrigue with the unknown. Whether the hauntings are the work of a vengeful witch, restless Native American spirits, or the product of human psychology, the legend of the Bell Witch continues to captivate and mystify. It serves as a reminder that there's a thin veil between history and folklore, reality and the supernatural. As we conclude this video, we leave you with this thought. Sometimes, the most compelling stories are those that leave us questioning the boundaries of our understanding. And that will conclude tonight's journey into the unknown. But the story doesn't have to end here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. There's always a chilling tale waiting just around the corner. And for those that can't get enough of the dark and twisted, my latest book, A Perfect Journey Through Villainous Eyes, which is a collection of 6 stories is now available on Amazon. Dive deeper into the nightmares if you dare. Before we wrap things up, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. When I started this journey, I set a goal back in January with only 33 subscribers, and at the time I aimed to reach 50 by the end of the month. And when the month ended, I had 49 subscribers, which I won't lie, it did sting a bit to fall just shy of the mark, but I was still grateful to come so close. But then when February came, I set a new goal, an ambitious goal, to reach 100 subscribers by the end of March, so double my subscriber count within 2 months. I wasn't sure it was possible, but the love and support from everyone around the campfire made it happen. And not only did we hit the goal, we did it with 20 days to spare. I will be forever grateful for each and every one of you who has joined the campfire. Your support, your encouragement, your presence, it all means so much to me. And while I couldn't have done it without you, I have to keep pushing forward, because when one goal ends, another begins. So here it is. My new goal is to grow the campfire to 500 subscribers by the end of May, so in about 2.5 months. It may be ambitious, but I truly believe that with your support, we can make this happen. Let's keep the fire burning brighter than ever. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and stay afraid. As always, thank you for spending a little bit of your evening here with me.